Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. We are the Wonders.
Hi everyone.
I'm Charisse and this is Ben. And today we're going to be reviewing Oktoberfaction and Lock and Key from Netflix.
Jeez. So what are your thoughts on Oktoberfaction?
Oktoberfaction, looking at my notes. The plot itself was very interesting. I believe the show had potential to be very good actually. I'm just going to tell you it was inspired by a graphic novel called The Oktoberfaction by Steve Niles and Damien Worm. I think it's by Random House, like a subgroup of Penguin Publishing. I think that's what it's from. Correct me if I'm wrong, feel free. I don't pretend to be an expert because I'm not. Okay, personally, I think that this show could have been like the next Supernatural, like, or maybe even like Vampire Diaries or something. Like, well, more like True Blood, I would say, because it had like a wider range of things in it.
Yeah, nice overarching story.
Yeah, but it wasn't executed quite the right way, and I think that's what bit it in the foot because. Shot it in the foot.
Shot it in the foot.
You shot it in the foot because it tried to do too much too soon in the first season, and a lot of things that fell through the cracks because they didn't take the time to explain why certain things were happening, and like you can follow it, but most of that is inference because you use your common sense to try to understand what's really going on. They didn't really take the time to explain that this is what's happening because of this. You do find that out, but it's like at the very last 2 episodes, so it's too much too it's too much too fast.
Yet there's other points where they show too much too soon, and it's just a very badly paced show.
Yeah,
but it's fun, just not well paced.
Yeah, I think if they took their time and explored more. Maybe about the twins, or just explore about the parents first and then go into the twins in season 2, then they would have gone to season 2 if they had taken their time and not tried to do too much in season 1, because even how it ended, it kind of felt like, well, we don't need a season 2 because the way they wrapped it up at the end, it was like, okay, well, I guess I've seen enough.
Yeah.
And then the end and scene itself didn't make any sense, and you don't really want to go into it because you're trying to make this a spoiler-free review. Let's see. Right, I have in my notes that the ending wasn't much of a surprise for the audience. Okay, my other thoughts. I think they got overexcited and played their hands too fast, and they could have really, I think I said this already, but they could have taken their time. But it's not a bad plot or anything. It's really good. It just had a botched execution.
They could have probably done something more akin to Supernatural, a Monster of the Week style show where you follow the parents in their job each week. Not necessarily at the current time, but their time in the past, and using that to explain what's happening in the present.
I'm smiling because you don't even watch Supernatural.
I know what a Monster of the Week show is.
Yeah, but I agree. They could have done it more like that, so that we could have actually digest what was going on and not be like, what is this now? Because it was way too much happening, and like the first, they don't want it to be a spoiler, but the first episode, I think a lot of the plot was reviewed in the first episode.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah, that is due to the nature of some of the characters in what their abilities are. That it kind of plays back into that, but they could have just done smaller snippets in that scene, or less detail, I guess.
Agreed. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Next we have Lock and Key. On the other hand, a show which was paced, you could say, and the directors took their time and they showed you a little bit about the kids and basically how they were dealing with their father's death. They didn't do it all too fast, so it had a better flow, and yeah, it was more easy to take in.
Yeah.
And but where it fell is that they didn't really take their time to explain the lineage of the Locke family and history of how they became protectors of these keys.
Yeah, it's sort of as the show puts it, that the father was the first one to ever have the keys, as far as we are aware. The great-grandfather knew about them, but we never really see the great-grandfather apart from a single scene. He never comes back. Why? We don't know. But
remember you were saying that they could have used him to tell the story of the Lockes and why they became protectors of the key and how they became protectors of the keys. They didn't do that at all. They kind of just went, "Oh, hi." And he was like, "I'm your great-great-grandfather. Oh, cool. I'll come back and see you again." That's all it did.
And that was it. They never see him again.
Then there's some parts of it that's exhausting as well. By this I mean like the battle between good guys and bad guys. Choices of the characters was very questionable. Because if you have, for example, you have a weapon and this weapon is breaking down into two parts, you would try to separate them as best as you can so that the bad guys doesn't get their hand on this thing that could basically end the world.
Yeah.
Did they do that? No. They give both pieces of this weapon to one character, and
yeah,
you can guess what happened after that. I think it was done that way, I guess, so that we don't think of the good guys as always winning. I guess it shows you that they have to work and try to sharpen their skills to become better at what they're supposed to be doing. But
this character,
it doesn't make you want to root for them the way they did it, because you should think, oh well, they should be thinking better. And yes, they're kids, so I guess that's part of why they thought they wouldn't be thinking correctly. I guess ultimately it did pay off because they are going to get a second season, but I think as a viewer you're kind of just a bit frustrated because you want to root for the Lockes, but it's kind of like, how can you root for someone if they're not even trying?
Yeah.
So, not that they didn't try, they did try, but
yeah,
it was frustrating.
It's some things, actions of the characters are more for plot convenience than anything else.
So that's what we were doing with our time during quarantine, just basically watching a lot of TV.
So much TV.
And then being confused at the end. Except with Castlevania, we really like how Castlevania was done. And you can't really compare
Questions
it
were raised.
You can't even really compare it either because it's a anime. So,
animated.
Yeah, it's animated. But it was, I think of the 3 shows we binge watched so far, Castlevania had the best plot, best storyline, best character development and world building that we saw. So, well, any good things to say about Castlevania? And then we also watched some movies. We watched Sonic.
That was a movie.
Had Jim Carrey back doing what Jim Carrey does best. Then after watching Sonic, we decided to go back and watch Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
That movie has not aged well.
We watched Bloodshot. Bloodshot was felt like a typical Vin Diesel movie.
Yeah, good popcorn movie.
Yeah, it was a typical Vin Diesel movie. You know, when you watch a Vin Diesel movie, you're going to see some fighting, some scenes with explosions. You know, you're going to see some cars. It was a Vin Diesel movie.
Yeah.
It was good, but
Vin doing what Vin does.
Yeah, it was a Vin Diesel movie, and we just called him Vin Diesel throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But if you want something to watch it. It was good. It was entertaining. And I guess that's it for our review.
Yeah. Hopefully we watch some more TV and come back with some more in the future.
Yeah, and we're trying to do spoiler free, so you kind of want people to kind of get their own ideas of the show, or you can even comment below, let us know what you thought of them. We will gladly read them. Also comment and let us know what you think of our videos, topics that you think that we could cover, or questions that you might have.
Yeah.
We're not gonna give any relationship advice because we need relationship advice. We've been together almost 7 years. Yes, but we've only been physically together for most of that was long distance. So
Yeah.
we're basically still trying to get to know each other ourselves. So we wouldn't even try to give relationship advice unless you want long distance relationship advice. We have more than enough advice on that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we don't we don't claim to be relationship experts. Bam is trying to get all of the attention.
Trying to ruin our shots.
So this is one of our other channel mascots, Mr. Badminton.
Look at the camera.
Side at the camera. Yeah, he thinks he owns everything. Right. And I guess we'll see you in the next video.
See y'all next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Was Bam.